All right, so in this video, I want to go over how to create and order numbers on a number line. So you just start out and you need to come up with some numbers. So the first numbers I'm going to come up with, let's make them big numbers. So let's do at least 6 digits. Let's just go ahead and do 1,745,234. And let's do 2,000,000, 367,987. And let's do a number in the billions. Let's do 3,765,587,145. Okay, there we go. It drags around over here. Let's put another one that looks almost the same as some of these. Let's do another 2,367,789. And then, so I have these 4 pretty large numbers. We need to put them on a number line. So the first thing I do is say, okay, let's kind of line them up and look at them here. And you can see that these 3 here on the bottom all have the same number of digits in the millions. They have 7 digits. So these are going to be close to each other, but this one is clearly the largest. It has the most place values. So we would put that over here to the right. And then these 2 have a 2 in the millions place, so we're going to want to put them here somewhere. And this one here is, there we go, the 1,000,000 is going to come all the way over here. Now if I look at these 2 numbers, 2,367,000, one is 789, one's 987. Just look right here in the hundreds place, you have a 9. 9 is greater than 7, so we move that one down here and this one here. Now to put them on a number line, ideally they're spaced out really well. So you'll see that these millions are going to be a little bit closer together and the billions should be really far away. This isn't going to be perfectly spaced, but you could put the 3 billion there, 2 billion there, the other 2 billion would be closer to it, and then the 2 millions would be close together, and the 1 million is going to be a little bit further to the left. Put some arrows to show that this number line goes on forever and ever in both directions, and so you've put all these numbers on a number line. Now, say you want to go through and do it with some decimals. So we're just going to kind of slide over here, and we're going to create some decimals, which are much smaller numbers. So I could do like 0.1, which is 1/10. And then I could create 7.45, 7 45 hundredths. And let's do a few more. I could do 7.4, 7 4/10. And I could do one more. Let's do 0, and let's just do 1/100th. 1/100th. So I have these 4 numbers. I have to order them. Well, I look and I line up the decimal points and see my place values, that in the ones place I have 2 7s and 2 zeros. So the 2 zeros will be the lowest 2, and the 2 7s will be the highest 2. So these will come down here. These will go over here. Now I look here. 0 and 1/100th and 0 and 1/10. So again, if I just line them up and look, you can see the decimal points where you want to line up. And then you see here in the 10th place, I have a 0 and a 1. Well, 1 is greater. Actually, if you have 10 hundredths, you get 1/10. So 1 is greater, meaning that this one will be over here to the right of that one. So 1/100th is the lowest, 1/10 next. And then you have to go 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 before you get to either of these 2. We have 7 and 4/10 and 7 and 45 hundredths. Another way to think about 7 and 4/10 is to think that there's actually a 0 there. So it's really 7 and 40 hundredths. And knowing that, you can see, oh, well, these are the same, but down here I have a 5. The 5 is greater than the 0. So the 7 and 45 hundredths goes there because 7 and 4 tenths equals that. We can then draw a number line, knowing that these two are going to be close. Right about here might be 7. This would be 1/100th, pretty close to where we might mark as 0. And then 1/10 is going to be a little further away. This obviously not drawn to scale, but the general idea in putting the numbers in order, and now they're on a line to get a more of a sense of where they're at.